Good evening, guys. It's Phil. It's All Leeds TV, and we are back with another big match preview. And it's not just any big match preview; it's the Scum at home. And obviously, because we have Scum at home, I decided to get some very good guests on. As always, I'm joined by my good friend Scott, LUFC Santa. Goes
Shoes
by
off.
different radiuses.
Shoes off.
I'm not going to do my laces, but I'll put it up.
Shoes off.
And obviously we've got Lad and Dad as well. How are we doing?
Oh,
Doing good.
marvelous! Thanks for having us on.
Not a problem. I'm always happy to see your beautiful smiling faces. I've got some specific questions stored up for both of you.
Oh wow!
My missus woke up at 5:30 this morning to me on my phone writing notes for the script for tonight. She was just like, it's a good thing I fucking trust you, innit? Like,
Exactly.
I had a dream last night. I had two dreams in 2 nights. So the first night, I had a dream that we won, and I woke up and I went to the toilet absolutely fucking buzzing with myself. And she was like, "We just get in bed and shut the fuck up." And then last night, I had a dream that obviously I've got a paper ticket this time, not my season ticket. So I've got a paper ticket, and it's by the side of my bed. And I was like, "Oh shit, it's 5 minutes to kick off."
Yeah, I've got to get there.
Yeah, my ticket was at home, and I was stood outside Ellen Road crying, and I could hear screaming and chanting. And I was like, "Let me in!"
I had exactly the same type of dream many a time. Like you've got there and you don't have your ticket.
Yeah.
But apparently you can get your ticket, can't you now? If that happens, if you can
Apparently,
prove you bought it. I mean, I'd hate to try it, but
when you're having a dream, though, it doesn't. That
No, it
common
doesn't
sense doesn't. But no, this week I'm going to ask you all how your week has been, but has everyone been the same as me, where it's just started as absolute dread? And I'd say was it Saturday, Sunday, the watch along we did, Scott, for Everton? Saturday.
Sunday, yeah. No, Saturday.
Yeah. So on Sunday, I was like, you know what? We're going to get dick 6-0 at home here by Man United. And I'm just going to have to cry. And Ronaldo's going to do that in front of me. And Fernandes will score. It's going to be awful. And then as the days have wore on, I've gone down from like 6-0 to maybe 5-4. And now I'm sort of like at the level where... At the start of this show, and I'll be honest, because it could change by the end. At the start of this show, I'm at that place now where I'm like, I think we're going to score, and I'm going to get my moment to celebrate like a complete and utter arsehole tomorrow. And then we'll put on a good show, and then maybe go down to a 2-1 defeat. That's how I'm starting the show, but I could be on 3-1 to Leeds by the end of this. I'm hoping you'll bring me around. But Scott, I'll come to you first. How have you felt with the build-up this week and the magnitude of the fixture and absolutely everything? Are you absolutely shitting bricks?
Shitting bricks is an understatement. I'm more so shitting bricks for the fact. Apologies about my language, young lad.
All right.
Apologies about that.
He's used to it.
Should hear his mother's language is fine.
I'm just dreading it being an absolute shit show. That's the truth.
Yeah.
I think, let's be honest, I think we're all pretty much deep down expecting to get beat. But as I say all the time, if the right team's picked and the right mentality's in their head and they all show up and do their jobs, well, look, Rangers absolutely stuffed Dortmund the other night. There is no reason why we can't go out there tomorrow and stuff Scum. They've struggled against Burnley to get a draw. They threw away a lead against Aston Villa. They've been struggling week in, week out. They are not the Scum that they were at the start of the season. And we're still that consistently in and out average. Maybe we'll show up, maybe we won't. You don't know what we're going to get. We're like Forrest Gump's chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Lad and Dad, how's your week been? How are you building up? Obviously, Dad, I'm going to go to you first. Obviously, I know you're abroad, and then, Lad, you're going to fill us in on what it's like.
See,
the ghetto itself.
I normally do go abroad, but I kid you not, that Everton game, that Everton first half, actually made me ill, and I normally work in Dublin, and I got ill on Sunday, and I've been off work all week. This is the first day I've actually felt all right. And I've had a water infection and everything.
You didn't have to do the watch along. Me and Scott did the all 90 minutes. It was awful.
I mean, look, I feel for you lads, because that it absolutely killed me. It was up there with
Southampton.
Definitely Southampton away. That Spurs second half.
City.
Remember Spurs second half away, obviously City. And I suppose
City you can let go though, because it's City.
I don't know. It's still pretty humiliating.
A 7-0 loss, considering what we did last season against. Well.
And remember, lad has to go into school in Manchester, at Stockport, which is a proper Man City hub. He had to go in there, so that was bad for him. And then I think it wasn't that bad actually.
I just kind of shook it off. I was like, it was 1-0 in my eyes. You got 3 points either way, whatever the score was.
I just said, go in wearing your Leeds top. Just go in wearing your Leeds top. Get done. Go into detention for the day. But it was up there. Arsenal at home as well was one there.
Arsenal at home wasn't.
It wasn't that bad, but it
was bad, but it wasn't awful.
The atmosphere was good.
Oh yeah,
but we were there till the end, weren't we? We were all there till the end, singing away, but which got us through that. But when you looked at the performance, when you actually saw it, it weren't that good. And what amazed me on Everton was how, from the minute we kicked off, it wasn't necessarily Everton are that great.
No, we
just looked like we'd walked from Birmingham on the Wednesday and had just arrived in Merseyside on the Saturday. They looked knackered. And I suppose where I am, if I'm thinking reality now, and I have been ill, so I've thought some really dark thoughts this week.
Remember, don't give me your lineups or your score predictions.
I'm not going to give you a lineup. But where my head at with this whole scenario is, my head's going, of course we're going to get absolutely smashed tomorrow. We're going to be humiliated. If we have got that performance in us still that we gave at Everton, that could happen at any point in my head. So I can't go into that using my head. But my heart says we're going to destroy them and have the biggest party, and the place will be rocking. It'll be vibrating. Ronaldo will go home crying. It'll be brilliant.
From your mouth to God's ears. Lad, as a teenage boy going to school in Manchester, how's this week been for you, mate?
Well, I mean, I've been on half term, so I've been quite lucky actually. So I've not actually been in school. But still, it's more worrying like the week after, because obviously on Monday I'm back in, and my business teacher, he's a United fan. I always see him at the door when I go in as well. You'll end up saying something to me if we lose. And then, being surrounded by Man United fans, it won't be a very, pleasurable experience.
Are you the only Leeds fan there and surrounded?
At my school, I am. Yeah, at my school. Yeah.
I think if we beat United, I'm going to send him to school in full Leeds United kit on Monday morning. What do you think? We'll do a vote.
White
anyone
flares,
who's voting,
white flares.
Send it out and let flares off at lunchtime.
I'll set them off in the.
No party.
That'll be great. And I'll turn up in the car, turn the stereo system on, and just be having it banging out the front, and we'd let the flares off. It'll be great.
Yeah. So obviously the magnitude of this fixture, and I must admit that when I say my week has changed as it's gone on, last Sunday I was a miserable bastard, honestly, for a good 2 or 3 days. I could not get my head out of my arse after that Everton game. I was so down, and me and Scott on the watch along, I've learned on watch alongs I can stay calm until about 90 minutes when I realise, oh shit, we've genuinely lost this 3-0. And then I start getting really angry as the stream's about to end. But me and Scott towards the end, Scott, you've said it on a couple of your videos that you've done this week as well. At the time anyway, on that Sunday, and I was with you, I'm hoping I've come a bit further away from it, but the atmosphere on tomorrow is going to be massive. And obviously I'm just dreading, like, after the week of the build-up and everything, Tyler Roberts getting stripped off at 60 minutes and the crowd, and we're 2-0 down and we get it all 3-4 worse and we're getting dick. Tyler Roberts comes on and, like you said, the crowd turns. And I said in my player ratings after the Everton game, like, I didn't even, to be honest, talk much about the players. It was all about Bielsa and how that substitution and the choices in that game, I felt like he's starting to undermine himself.
I'm going to throw something controversial in there, Phil. Tyler Roberts didn't play that first half.
No. Mate, I'm completely against.
I get the negative vibe about Tyler Roberts. It's
not his fault, mate. It's not his fault.
Ridiculous. Leeds fans need to sort that out because the lad. There's plenty of other lads on that pitch who play a lot worse than him. Yeah, you can pull them out. Llorente's forgot how to defend.
Yes.
What's happened to him? I'd rather play Tyler Roberts at the back than him right now. It's the Tyler Roberts thing, and this is a problem with Leeds fans. And I saw it this week. Another Leeds fan who it was Victoria, who goes on social.
Yeah.
And she went on this forum, and it's the new Twitter thing where you can chat. And there was a load of scummers on there, and she was giving it some. And yet, because she's talking to scummers, Leeds fans have turned on her. And there's these units of Leeds fans that seem to really jump on it. Now, I'm not saying Tyler Roberts is good enough to play in the Premier League or anything like that. But Jesus, when we start getting like that on one of our own during a match day, a bit of me dies there, man, because that's not what being a Leeds fan's all about.
Yeah, but Dad, you're telling me you didn't let out a bit of a, for God's sake.
That's the thing.
On the
I
side.
think the problem is it's fans having a go at the players, and it's social media. I think that's what we're saying. It's social media, because years ago, see, when a player, and there's no sugarcoat, when a player is not good enough or they play shit, you sat in the bar after the match with your mates and you were cursing their name to no end. But now, keyboard warriors are going on social media and tagging there's no consequence for it, even when I was sent a screenshot from something on a Leeds forum, and there's actually a huge contingent of Leeds fans. And listen, I get the frustration, and I agree Tyler Roberts is not good enough. But having a go at the player and insulting them and arranging to boo if he gets brought on as a sub,
ridiculous.
That's not supporting your club. Whether you like a player or don't want him playing or not, if they're wearing that shirt, you have to get behind them, whether you like it or not. You can say they're not good enough. That's fine. But I just don't get the mentality of attacking our players.
Yeah.
Especially when it's not Tyler Roberts' fault that he keeps getting brought on to make an impact. Yeah. It's Bielsa.
Yeah.
It's Bielsa's subs. And from day one, he's been here. It's been a massive question mark, even back before we got promoted.
Yeah,
I just remember every sub going, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? I don't think he's ever got the subs right. I don't think he ever will. But the encouraging thing was this week in the press conference, he said that he sees what the fans see.
I didn't think that's encouraging, mate.
Well,
in all honesty,
if he's saying that he sees it, well then surely he can now acknowledge and go, right, it's not working with Tyler. I have to go
says
in
the
a different
opposite
direction.
The end of the quote, the exact quote was something like, I see.
I don't know how to do it.
I see what the fans see. They're justified in what they see.
Yeah,
they see someone not doing the job that we expect from them, and they want someone better. But I don't know how to give them that. So to me, that's him saying, "Well, I'm sorry. When it gets to 60 minutes, I'm going to bring Tyler on because Joffrey's not that option. That's not." Yeah. So I think that's where he stands on that.
But again, we've got to remember where he's made how many subs, and we just moan about the ones that when it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And it's worked out a hell of a lot more than it hasn't. So
Absolutely.
far, everything else is so good. So, the fact that he's bringing it on, like Lad says, I probably did let out a noise of disapproval when I saw him coming on. But at the same time, as soon as he crossed that line, I'm like, come on. Come on, let's do it.
You support the team, you support the manager, you support the players. I said on the player ratings last week.
I said on the player ratings during the watch along, Phil. Both of us sat here at half time, as soon as that sub was made, we just both looked at
we
the
knew the
screen
game
and
was
went,
over.
"Oh fuck, here we go."
Yeah,
You know,
we knew it was
but
over.
there was times, see,
it's
throughout that,
not his
every
fault.
time he got the ball, we were cheering him on.
Yeah,
We want them to do well, of course.
Yeah.
I think everyone wants their players to do well,
Oh, yeah,
but you can't deny it's deflating when he comes on. Just it's just a problem.
Yeah.
Before I get on his back, I would call out Llorente. I'd call out Click. I'd call out Ayling even. I thought Ayling looked all over, and he's our captain.
And I know it's a bit out there, but you could argue Rafinha as well.
It's not out there. It's not out there.
Rafinha's been poor.
He was
and Harrison, you know.
Yeah, mate, Harrison for me last week was the worst player on the pitch. I mean, we'll get to the individual players and how we'll line up and how we all want to see it. But for me, with the press conference, there was good bits and there was bad bits. Obviously, Bielsa spoke about the fixture, and obviously, I'm going to ask all of you about how this fixture feels to you and what it means to you and how you build up to it. Because obviously, Scott, you're in Northern Ireland, you build up to it very differently to like I will. And then obviously, Dad, you've been to these games numerous times, but lad, obviously, I'm assuming this is your first time. Are you going? Sorry.
No, we're not. No, we missed out, Phil. I tried swapping my Leicester away tickets with you.
Yeah, no, sorry. But no, I was saying in the player ratings last week that the thing that bothers me, and Marcelo Bielsa can walk in my house, slap my missus in the face, piss on my kids, walk back out, and I wouldn't say a word. I honestly wouldn't. I'd probably applaud him on his way out. That's for an autograph.
I mean, that would be complete limbs.
Yeah, the man can do as he pleases for me, but at the same time, this is the first week for me in his time at Leeds United where there has been genuine talk and worry about his position and people actually starting to sort of turn a little bit. I know it's only social media, and social media never actually reflects what's in the stadium, thankfully, but I do fear that if something happens tomorrow that's negative, that there is that possibility for it to turn negative, and I don't want it to. But with that substitution, and we've said it a million times, so I won't flog the dead horse and keep going, but for me, Tyler Roberts is now being hung out to dry by continually doing that. And obviously the comments that Angus Kinnear made about the pathway, well, but by not bringing Joffy on, you undermine Angus Kinnear's comments. By doing this same thing that you acknowledge now is wrong in a press conference and going with it over and over again, Marcelo Bielsa, who has this legacy that hopefully will never die, is starting to, it feels like he's undermining himself to people that don't have the same level of faith in him that I do, and I know we all do, but it's just painful to watch, and I'd love to see anything happen tomorrow just to bring us back to life. It has been a painful week as a Bielsa fan and as a Leeds fan. But on about the build-up then. So, lad, I'm going to come to you first. So, I look back to when I was younger than you and your age and going to Leeds games and stuff. What is your memories of this fixture? Because obviously, what are you, 15, 16?
15, yeah.
So even like Beckford at the Stretford end, you won't remember Beckford at the Stretford end.
Nope, not at all.
So last season was your first experience of Leeds.
Well, the first.
Is he allowed to be up this late?
You're chaperoned by Dad.
I'm off to bed after this, yeah. but yeah, no, but my first experience, I mean, if you can call it an experience, was actually that friendly in Australia.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers
you went
that.
though, didn't you?
No, stayed off school, in fact. Off school.
I called in sick for him, and so he could get out of school, and my scum mate. And we went round his house and we watched it.
But I mean, that was like nothing much. So, you know, like 𝐘𝐎𝐈 was even playing for us like back then and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But obviously the first experience wasn't a good one, the 6-2 loss. But like, I think what I get from like most of the passion from it is mainly from like my dad talking about the games and stuff, and like, you know, the hatred, and then especially like growing up in like Stockport, which, you know, there's all, you know, United fans and stuff. Like you do think like, mate, can you just shut up? Because they just talk about like, think they're like such a great team, and then it's just like you you guys are annoying us out when you talk about United. But yeah, but experiences for it. I mean, they haven't been good as of late. I mean, what a 0-0 draw. Nice one.
He hasn't had the good one yet, have you?
But yeah.
No, well, none of us have for a good 20 years. So.
Well, I did. I was there when 𝐼𝐸 scored a header.
Me too.
Have you there too? It was
Mate,
great.
I was there from every Leeds Man U game from '98 through to. So I feel like the last one I saw, and people always say to me, "Have you seen Cristiano Ronaldo in the flesh?" Well, yes, I have. I've seen Gary Kelly kick the living shit out of him in 90 minutes. It was brilliant. I hated it. I was in the West Stand, right behind the Man United dugout that day.
Was it that one where the famous one where Bats?
Yes.
Or body elbowed him.
Yeah.
Is it in that game? I think it's that game. I feel like we went 1-0 up, and then we scored, and it was a Wes Brown own goal. And this is long before VAR or anything like this, and they managed to disallow a Wes Brown own goal for offside. It's fucking offside for an own goal. Alex Ferguson and Jurgen Klopp, mate. Honestly, lad, if you've not gone back and watched it, everything that Jurgen Klopp does now, Fergie got away with that shit 20 years ago. It was so fucking annoying. And they got
the end of that.
It was horrible.
I remember one where Weatherall. It was 1-0. We won.
Weatherall scored a header.
Was it the free kick? Was it the one?
No. 𝐼𝐸 scored a header.
It was that.
It was brilliant. It looped over the keeper. There was one, like, I'm probably jumping in on you.
That's all right.
I suppose it was the one where I'm sure David Weatherall scored a winner, 1-0.
Yeah,
and
that was the early 90s. I think it was the year we sold Canton out of them. He scored a header.
Was it next one? It might have been the one after, and it was rocking. And I remember standing outside the bus stop at Elm Road, where Billy's is, just a bit further down, and it was rammed, and there was police horses everywhere, and I was kind of like on my own. I was on my own for this game, and I'm trying to maneuver through. Then all of a sudden, like the open, it sounded like a zoo inside, like where they were tearing the place up. Like I think they got the south stand and they were tearing it up, and then the cop just went, sack it, open up, and let's see what happens. And for as far as I could see, it was white in front of me, but around me, all of a sudden, everyone starts going, United, and I was surrounded by scummers, and like they tried to hide in that bus stop as things were smashing off it. I remember a police horse got tipped over, and it was carnage, and it was like I was like, oh my god, I hate these lot. And so that was kind of my first like vicious part of the rivalry. But I mean, I'm a Leeds lad. Yeah. And so I've got that like you have, and it's just you brought up with it right from the start. Whether you like the city or not, you just know that Leeds Man United it's incredible. We're getting clipped around when Mark Hughes scored a goal in Europe once, and my dad went, "You'll never support those lot, lad." Yeah,
that's exactly it. So when I woke up at fucking 5 a.m. this morning to write this script, I woke up and I was like. My two kids, one of them's 5, the other one is obviously only a few months old. Noah, the oldest, has never had any clothes that are red. And my mum and dad, my mum was the one that was into football, not my dad at the time. And I went as a season ticket holder with my grandma. And my grandma used to say to me, like, I used to always come out with, like, I hate Man U. I'll never wear red. And she'd be like, why are you being so silly? It's only a colour. But that wasn't ingrained into me. I engraved that into
myself. That's the same with me. That's literally the same. Literally, I have these shoes, and they have a red tick on them. Just like I'm not wearing them.
Yeah,
I'm never wearing them.
I'm nearly 30 years old, and I still have never owned a red item of clothing. We've got fucking Santa Claus next to me. He's waiting to get in on this. But like that, what this fixture means to us all, and like. Look, I know Man United fans will say, "Oh, we don't care about this fixture." You fucking do. But
real Man United fans do.
Yeah, absolutely. Like for me, this fixture, like I am waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning 3 days before a game to write my script for a show about the game. Like I don't do that when we're playing Watford. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be sat in the cheese wedge for the first time. It's the only part of the stadium I've never sat in before, and like I'm so buzzing that. I'm going to be there for that. And like my last experience of a Man United game at Elm Road is obviously I was in the West Stand. I was about maybe less than 10, maybe 11, 12 max. And like, this is my first experience as an adult. So like, I'm buzzing for the build-up. But like, Scott, what's it like for someone living obviously so far away from it all? Like, how does it build up for you in the week coming up to it?
Completely different, because obviously with any of the build-ups, all of my stuff, all my experience, it's all online. It's all through, seeing everyone else getting excited for it. Basically, I'm living vicariously through you all. Chris Kelly's excitement whenever he found out he got a ticket for the Scum game alone was enough to make me feel like, oh, I'm going to, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm sitting here doing the watch along. So this week for me has been an odd one, because in any other match where we've been playing the Scum like last season, I was just excited. I was really geared up for it. And the truth is, this entire week, I've been deflated and I've been dreading it.
Yeah.
I've just been dreading it. And it's more so because I'm dreading having an absolute meltdown tomorrow. Yeah. I am. But at the same time, as we get to it, I'm going, well, look, I see those results today. And like, Norwich gave Liverpool a run for their money for a while.
City have lost.
There's so see this league is mental, and this is where I keep thinking, well, do you know what? We can get something tomorrow, and it's getting me excited because I'm going.
Hope it kills you.
And United aren't playing well.
Well, that's it. I think we're playing them at a good time.
Mate,
all these rumors about them falling out. All
Did
these.
You remember the Everton game, right? Did you watch the Everton game?
Still, you have the belief.
But no, I don't know. I'm sort of 50-50 in it. I'm like excited but dreading it. It's like I need to go to the toilet, but I just want to hold it in a wee bit longer. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm like turtlenecking right now. I just need to get the match started. But I really think we can fucking go for them. That's what I want. I just keep thinking, can we have that Leeds that showed up at a couple of matches this season and really give them a run for their money?
The Leeds that turned up at West Ham. The Leeds that turned up at West Ham.
100%.
I'd love that.
West Ham's been crap since.
That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm. God, do you know what I really want to see? I want to see Dan James nutmeg Harry Maguire and then score one.
In like the 95th minute or something.
I think he's
in the 7th minute of the 4th minute of injury time. That's what I want.
That lad, in all seriousness, he is impressing me more and more. He and it's not just his performances; it's also the way he's speaking after the game. And like he came out after Everton, and even though I was, like I said, I became desperately ill after that. But there was a little bit of me went, oh, there you go. There's a bit of joy, where you could see he was really pissed off himself. And, he kind of said, of course we are. And we're going to sort this out. And he did that interview this week where he got stuck into, very politely into Man United and said, I just wasn't progressing there. So you can show he's going to be like, I'll show you. And not being funny, Dan James against their back too. I quite fancy. I can't see Harry Maguire being anywhere near.
I think Varane's back as well, though. So
that's fine. I don't think Varane will get a touch. Tell you what, though, lads, willing to bet you, if Dallas is injured and doesn't make it, Robert starts.
At left back?
Nope. Roberts will be in. Roberts will be in. I'm willing to bet if Dallas doesn't start.
We'll get to it. Don't spoil it. we get into the lineups. You always jump ahead. How many pints have you had?
Just the one. My first one after illness.
Right. Well, calm yourself down. We'll get there. So, like, what are you going to do after this finishes tonight between now and kickoff? Like, I'll be honest with you, I have got a night ahead of me where I'm going to be watching Match of the Day, and then I'm quite possibly going to watch Take Us Home 2 again just before I go to bed.
Just to get geared up.
All the episodes.
No, I just want the one where we get promoted. I don't want the first season. Fuck that. The one where we get promoted. I want to watch that tonight before I go to bed, and then maybe when I wake up in the morning, like, maybe watch it again.
Do you know what you want to watch? You want to watch Do You Want to Win? That's better. Have you watched that one?
Is that
the Howard Wilkinson? The Howard Wilkinson one. And do
I've
you
seen
want
it
to
a long
win?
time ago.
I always, if I ever want to get a buzz, I always watch that.
Fuck it, it can go on the watch list tonight. Like, it's fair game tonight. I'm not going to sleep anyway. I'm going to be like a little kid on Christmas Eve, just like, is it time to set off yet?
It's Leeds Christmas. This is Leeds Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, a scum fan watching this.
Depending on how it goes.
Would love to hear that there. That's the bit that annoys me. But like, it is like, so lad and dad, tonight and tomorrow, what are you doing after this? And how are you just going to be sat there like looking at the clock like, fuck me, it's still only 9 o'clock. Jesus.
Like today's not when like, you know, the excitement's like settling in. It's tomorrow morning where it's like, oh my God, we're playing Man United today. Like, because I remember getting it when we were playing Burnley. I remember like before I was like, all right, yeah, sound, we're playing Burnley tomorrow. But then on the day, like, we're playing them. We ended up beating them 3-1. You know, happy days. But you know, I think the excitement for me really settles in when I wake up, because then it's like the realization of we're playing Man United. Yeah, it's game day now. Things get serious.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be watching the boxing straight after this.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. Aren't we?
Watching the boxing.
I was going to say there's quite a few answers saying the same thing.
Yeah, well, it's
Nobody
just
want to take us home too.
No, it depends how quick the knockout is. It's I'm obviously going to support 𝐘𝐿 because even though he's the bad side of Yorkshire, it's still Yorkshire. So we'll give back him, and then he'll be up early tomorrow. Up early, even though football's cancelled because of the weather. We'll be up early, and it's just going to be looking at that clock all the way through, hyping it up on WhatsApp. My phone will run out of charge by about 9:30 because I'll be like toing and throwing with scummers all morning. In fact, if I know a really good scummer we could get on the show, it'd be good. If you want to know, do you want to know the scum side? You know, you're asking about what this means, Phil.
Do you want to bring him up? See what he says. Is he about?
Let's try and get him on now.
He's your mate, so you're going to have to ask him the question because I don't want to start bullying people. I don't know.
Let's see if this works technically. First of all, right, hang on a minute. Let's try this. Who's Chris? You're son called Chris. There's no one on this called Chris. See if this works. Can you hear that ringing?
We can hear.
Here we go.
Piece of shit.
Oh, there you go. Joel. Yo. He's just saying Leeds is shit. He's just like literally answered the phone. Joel.
It's not great value yet.
Here is Joel.
Hang on.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to work out how to get Sky box office.
He's trying to get Hookie's Sky box office. Can you hear him all right, Scotty?
We can hear you.
Here, okay.
Say hello. Just sounded like he was talking shit.
Joel, say hello to all these TV superstars, Phil and Scotty.
Now then.
Scotty, you're right. How's it going? Oh, God, you know what? I just say, first of all, right, shut up. No, let a Man United fan speak. Right, you are doing tonight exactly what you blame the Scrummers about doing. They're just sitting there and you're going, I for the first time ever, I'm starting to doubt our manager. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate, you know, and we don't want to do that. And Jack Harrison's awful. And Luke Ayling, when he came on, he was fucking shit. And it's like, oh, my God, let's date you lot.
All right, at least we have a manager long enough so we can start doubting him. You lot turn him over like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but don't worry about that.
Aren't you already wanting Ranić sacked already?
Right, he's going to the stands. Forget him. He's getting paid off. I mean, you lot. I mean, seriously, I am looking at 4 of the most deluded people in the world on my laptop, sitting here on a Saturday night when I could be watching Ollie Bird on the shittest ITV show, and you lot are there going, well, I'll tell you what. Oh, Dan James, what a player. Oh, wanky.
Better than Ronaldo.
Lad, can I interrupt for 1 second? Lad, you have to go to school with that accent all the time. You haven't lumped anybody.
Well, do you want to know something? Guys, here, spoiler. He's from Scarborough.
Oh, for fuck's
He's from Scarborough. You never. How dare you, Phil, think the Man United fans are actually from Manchester? He lives in Manchester. He's actually from Scarborough. Right, Joel, before you bore us too much, right, what do we expect from the scum tomorrow? How are you feeling about it?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, the last game that we played was horrendous. I mean, let's be fair. It was the worst game of football. Let's all agree on that as football fans. It was the worst game of football you ever see.
I wouldn't even know who you played.
Brighton, 2-0.
Brighton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. I'm talking about last time Leeds and United.
All right.
When it was
the 0-0 game or 5-1?
5-1. Yeah, 0-0. Not. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was awful.
I was going to say, we didn't like the 5-1 either.
The result was good. The result was good. Yeah, I was buzzing, but...
Yeah. Right, look, to be honest with you, we're coming off the mighty Brighton, aren't we? World Cup winners Burnley, that 1-1 draw. Ronaldo's coming to form for a young lad. We're looking, to step him up. Our young lad that's coming through, what a player. Like you'll hear from many years to come from. No, not him. No, he's available tomorrow. We're talking about Cavani. Cavani, the young talent. He's out tomorrow. He's out tomorrow. But we are starting. Let me tell you, I've just seen tonight on the official Man United Twitter feed that McTominay and Fred are fit to play.
Wow.
They always have blinders against us.
Jesus.
Oh. Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a genuine question this time? What formation are you going to start with? Because if you're a Leeds fan telling people how to beat Leeds, I'd just say put 2 up front, do 4-2-2-2, but you've done 4-2-3-1 the last 5 or 6 games. What do you think they'll do tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're starting off with David De Gea up front. We're going to do is split we're just going to spin the formation around. No, I mean tomorrow I was looking at the predicted formations, and to be fair, you don't need to do that because it's pretty obvious. I don't know how it's going to be Pogba, Sancho, Bruno, and Ronaldo. With McFred behind, in that predictable shit way. I mean, there's no room for Rashford, to be fair. I mean, he could come to you as well. I mean, he's shy. So he could come to you as well.
He does nice things for people.
He's what, sorry? Look, lovely lad. If he walks past here, he'd pick up the dog poo on my street.
You may as well keep him.
No, mate, forget it.
It's too nice for Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see. Right, tomorrow, what I don't want to see, and I don't want to sound like Roy Keane, is the shaking of hands and patting of bums and having a laugh and whatever and all that. Let's just go for it. Let's have a laugh tomorrow. And let's say, look, I'll take 6-0 tomorrow. And I'll be happy with that. Let's be fair. Fred hat-trick, double hat-trick. In all seriousness, tomorrow, right, I've got my life-changing bet, right, at the start of the season, 180 to 1. Which is to go down Everton, Norwich, Leeds. And I've got 20 quid on that. And I am moving abroad if this comes in.
You may start looking for a house, Will.
I was going to say. Get this absolute snot gobbling cut off, says Chris Kelly.
The fans have spoken.
Go on, one more.
Right, I mean, Chris Kelly, he's a guy who couldn't sleep since Wednesday. I mean, come on. I mean, what the hell is going on? I've been watching these comments coming through. I mean, can we just go through your tunnel? Right.
We're going through a tunnel. Sorry, you're breaking up.
That's right. Jack Harrison was good. Jack Harrison was good 2 seasons ago. Yeah.
Well, it's been really nice having him on. Anyway, thanks for coming on. Very good of you. Have a good time. How are you going to
country he's moving to?
How are we going to warm up for the game for you, Scott? Sorry, lad and dad. I couldn't take any more.
It's a scummer. He's a scummer. It's content. For any young Leeds fan who doesn't know why we hate Man United so much.
That's why.
There you go.
That's a perfectly good reason.
I feel like hurting somebody already. So this is definitely got me fired up.
It proper riles you.
Scott, how are you going to prepare between now and kickoff for your watch along?
The rest of tonight, I'm literally not having anything to do with football tonight. I'm taking myself away from football tonight, so I can wake up in the morning with a fresh perspective. I'm staying off social media, and I'm close your ears, lad. I'm going to make sweet love to my wife if she allows it. I said close your ears. What are you listening for?
Look at you.
Is that because you're not expecting it tomorrow?
That's not. She wasn't. No, she's no. We'll do that tonight. Maybe later on. I don't know. But I don't know. I think tomorrow. I just want to wake up with a nice, clear, fresh perspective. Hope that Ronaldo falls out with his boot cleaner, because apparently he falls out with everyone now because he's an egotistical prick.
That's not a recent thing.
Yeah, well, who's he falling out with tomorrow? I don't even care, because do you know what? I just want them to play absolute shit. I want their full first team lineup playing tomorrow, and I want them to absolutely shit it whenever they hear the Leeds fans going mad. I want the Man United fans to be even more embarrassed by them whenever they left the stadium earlier getting tanked by Liverpool.
Yeah.
They're an absolute sham club. Their supporters are fake as Friar Tuck. They are the worst supporters in the fucking planet. I hate them. I just want to stuff them. This is why I'm taking a break from football tonight.
Hey, honestly, I'm at the point I'm at the point where I don't even care about being a stay on the right track YouTube channel. Don't dare say anything wrong. If Ronaldo does that in front of the cop tomorrow, bottles, mate, someone throw a pyro at his head. I don't care if we get demonetized. Throw a pyro at his head.
You know what'll happen. You know what'll happen if he does that in front of the fans. Someone's going to throw something.
Stadium ban. There we go.
Celebrate in front of the opposing fans, you're going to incite a reaction. It's simple. I'm not saying it's right, but that's what happens. It's football.
But Dad, obviously, like, I know why you got your mate on the Man United fan, and like I've been working this week, and the guy that I used to work for, he's a Man United fan. He's in the away end, and he's been talking to me about it all week, and he was saying like their supporters groups and stuff, they've been told to expect it to be like Beirut. They're opening Wilco's bar for them at 11 a.m. 3 hours before kickoff, encouraging them to get there 3 hours early. They've told them that they're going to be penned in for at least an hour after the game until crowds disperse. And then they've warned them to travel in packs of thousands. Like, don't walk anywhere alone.
I don't think there's that many trains from London.
Yeah.
And that's time for them to do that.
So, like, the whole thing is just like mental.
Do you know what?
That hostility.
There might be, we've seen a bit, haven't we, in the last couple of years, actually, a bit of trouble around the ground every now and then. Nothing too serious, thank God. No, I don't think there will be. I don't think there will be. I think the Ellen Road deal with it pretty well, to be quite honest. The whole throwing stuff on Man United players if they score. I think I'm with Scotty for do. I hope it's one of them 2-pointers from the Peacock. Yeah. Do you remember Brentford where it just came looping up in the air? And it was brilliant. It kind of went up in the air and just landed on his head like boop.
Yeah.
Like that. It was
absolutely. He fucking deserved it.
It was great. And he was all right. None of them are hurt. I mean, the one I remember the Villa Everton one with like a Scouser proper full Lucas A ball, bang like that. I mean, I don't mind Lou Pies, Steve Morrison when he got did by Pies.
Oh, that was amazing. That was a beautiful sight.
But it was funny. Just seeing him get showered in pie. Do you know what I mean? I was like, who's not eating fly by this point.
It's because Steve Morrison's like such a shit house as well. It's like he's not phased by it as well. He just continues to stand there getting like burn marks and stuff off his pies.
I mean, like Chris has said there about Ronaldo better get smashed tomorrow. The only thing that sort of is a bit underwhelming and takes some of the gloss off for me is obviously there's no Calvin, there's no Liam Cooper, Jamie Shackleton's probably the closest thing we've got to a Leeds lad, and he's not going to get on. Like the only thing
he should be on. He should be on. I'm still banging the drum.
No.
Shackleton should be starting.
No, he
should set up from day one.
I agreed with you for about 3 games at the start of the season. Then it was clearly.
I was right. I'm still right.
You're not. Anyway,
yeah.
But tomorrow, like, I want to see good old fashioned. Like, I want to see Roy Keane, Alfie Haaland. I want to see someone.
Forshaw will kill someone. I reckon he's going to hit him.
Yeah, like, if it's got to be Forshaw, somebody needs to get into Ronaldo or Fernandes and fucking snap him first tackle. And like, I want red cards on both sides. I want it to be absolutely frenetic, both
the crowd's going
off the pitch. Yeah, like we need to feed off them and they need to feed off us, and it is going to be extremely fucking hostile, and I cannot wait for it.
We're going to get a fine. That's what we're going to get after tomorrow. Never mind losing the game. We are going to get stuck into them to a point where we're going to get fined for not being able to control the players because we broke Ronaldo's toenail.
Hey, it's down to us. It's down to us for that tomorrow. It's down to the fans. Our team, they're obviously a team. They obviously respect each other, but we're not a bunch of hard men. We're just not anywhere near that. We're not going to get that. We're not going to get that. You look at all, of Calvin, the hardest man on that team as far as,
hard.
Well, no, but on the pitch, he's the one who gets sent off. The others have been pathetic sending offs. It's been stupid. Maybe Coops, but...
Danny makes a point.
Did you not see that?
I still argue he's never been sent off for that. I still argue that.
Need Berardi.
But this is it. Yeah, you look at we're not going to win this game by smashing him.
I know, but you still want to see it anyway, don't you? You want to see a little bit of fight.
1-0 up at the end. I'm more than happy to see Llorente go through Ronaldo
in front of the south stand and give it a bit of
and he goes flying into that second tier of the south stand. That would be ace. But I just wouldn't mind just seeing, and if we lose 1-0, 2-0, I don't mind. We can't have what happened at Everton. From them, we can't have it. We need that performance from West Ham. It's not even humiliated. Just perform for us. Do what you did at West Ham.
They can't come out against Man United and not give it everything. Like, you leave absolutely everything on the pitch. Nothing was left at Goodison Park. Nothing.
Didn't get put on it. And Phil, you talked earlier about the Arsenal game, and you're talking about what a great atmosphere. That's a given tomorrow. That's a given. No one will leave their seat, an hour before or an hour after. And the thing is with this team, it worries me because of how they can very easily turn up when it matters. That Everton game really mattered and pull that short, be that short.
The only time I can kind of recall them turning up when it mattered was the Burnley game. Like that game mattered quite a lot.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we won that 3-1 in the end, but it's so inconsistent. Like when we turn up,
it has been this season.
Yeah, no, I just want them to turn up and give it. I know we're taken out. We're really short. Just turn up and do what you did against West Ham. Do what you did against Burnley. Just that needs to happen. And I bet Bielsa pulls his hair out with this. Will he understand it better than us? Is Bielsa sitting there going, "Oh well, actually, I've brought these players on from Championship 17th place to here." That's what
that's one of the only things from the press conference that was encouraging it. To be fair to him, it always has been around this game. He's always called this a classic match, and he separates this from every other game. And he says he understands, like when he was back in Argentina. Like, obviously, we all think of Boca versus River, but he's from Rosario, and Rosario Central versus Newell's Old Boys is just as bad. And he obviously understands what a rivalry feels like. He might not feel it exactly the same as us because he hasn't had an entire lifetime of it, but I do think he understands, and I do think he gets the magnitude of it. I think we're going to skip ahead. Let's get to the lineup predictions then. I'll go round everybody. I mean, it's pretty easy to begin with a goalkeeper. Scott, who's in there?
Klaassen. Mesley's not been at it.
Imagine tomorrow. Oh, if I see that name.
See if that happens, I'm out.
I think hopefully we're safe with Meslier starting in goal. Yeah, well, nobody's going to make outlandish claims that they want Klaassen. No. I do expect Man United to come out in the 4-2-3-1 like your friend was saying. I think if they've got any sense, they go 4-2-2-2, but I don't think they will.
They'll stick to their guns.
So that means we're out in a back four. So from right to left, Lad, I'll go to you first. Who are you going from right to left? Obviously, Stuart Dallas, we're not sure if he's fit or not.
Yeah.
Junior Firpo is meant to be back this weekend. So that left back is going to be interesting. Obviously, Leo Kjelder not in the squad because he's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Saw Charlie Cresswell in that training video. So you've got a few different options there. What are you going?
So Ayling right back, and then Strike and Llorente as your two centre backs. I think that's a given, really. And then left back, it's either going to be Firpo or Dallas for me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably be Firpo because I can see Dallas being injured, really. So.
Right. Okay. Not because you presume he'll be in midfield.
If you've got Firpo fit and you've got Dallas fit, you've got to put Dallas in midfield. Right?
Definitely.
Well, I don't know. There's a few ways that we could go about this. We'll move on to midfield shortly. Don't jump ahead. Dad, what's your back four?
I would, with Firpo meant to be, and wasn't he quite good as well for the last couple of games? I think he goes left back, and it kills me because I think Llorente should be dropped.
Yeah,
I think he should, and I'd rather see Koch. I'd like
if you're
to see
listening, Gail, I didn't say that it was him.
I've
been hammered for weeks for saying everything bad about him. But
I'm sorry, he's not at it. He's not at it at all, and but I think there'll be Llorente and Strike and Ayling right back.
Yeah, and what about you, Scotty? What are your back for?
I agree exactly with Dad on that. I've been saying a while. Me and Oscar have both kind of been agreeing about Llorente at the minute.
Yeah.
I'd be dropping him, especially tomorrow.
Yeah.
Llorente has a terrible habit of giving away silly fouls close to or in the box.
As well.
Never forgive him for that Newcastle one.
But we're going to get stuck in the reasons tomorrow.
And we're liability from corners.
And the last thing we want is someone to be giving away free kicks or pens.
Yeah.
Especially the free kicks with Fernandez within shooting distance. Yeah. So for me, I'd be going, if it was me and Dallas and Firpo were fit, I'd be going Ayling, Koch, Strike, and Firpo. That would be my back four.
Yeah, I must admit, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think we all expect to see Llorente start. He's not going to drop him. We know that. But I think if I had the choice and the players were available, I would happily choose Robin Koch over Diego Llorente right now. On recent form, and it's not like a couple of games either. This has been going on a while now. He's looked so poor. So obviously, we have actually got quite a number of options when you think about who could play in that hole tomorrow. So don't jump ahead to the four in front. We're going to go 4-1-4-1. So who's your one? Who plays in the hole? I mean, obviously, I'm going to go back round, not the way I'm going to go the way I've come. So Scott, obviously, you put Robin Koch in your defence.
Yeah, so because Forshaw's going to play in the KP role.
Okay.
I just don't see if Koch can play in defence, then and Forshaw's fit, but then have him play there.
Yeah.
Is that what you want, Scotty, or is that how you think it'll be picked?
The 4-1-4-1.
Yeah, but I mean, it will be that. But do you think it'll
be the variation of that, as it always is? But like whenever you see it come up on Sky Sports or BT or whatever, they always show it as like 4-1-4-1. But for me, like if I'm having Koch in defence, 100% Forshaw's in there. I don't see why Forshaw's not starting there if he's been fit the last 2 games, especially tomorrow
against Everton. Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, that 4-1-4-1, it's a 4-1-4. I kind of see it as like triangles all over the pitch. And it's actually a 4-3-3 when you think about it, because the wingers are part of the three, and you've got
classic Bielsa formation. It's chilly. It's a chilly.
Yeah, but Dad, who's your? We'll just go as the man in the hole. Is it Forshaw for you as well? Because you've obviously
no. Well, I've got mine. I had Lorente in strike, but I'm going Cockle playing there.
Cock in the hole.
Right. But again, what you were asking was, I love how it's the only underrated person. It's the only minor on here that said it. You're a naughty lad.
It's past his bedtime.
Oh, when you said in the hole, I was like,
hey, all right.
Don't worry, for you as well.
It's a family show.
You'll get a chance to make your cock joke in a minute. Don't worry, I'm coming to you. So, with obviously, I think what Dad was trying to say to you, Scott, was, is that how you expect it to be, or is that what you want it to be?
Oh, that's what I want. I'm expecting the exact same lineup that we've seen the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm the same. So, Dad, obviously, that was what you've just said you wanted.
Oh, hey.
It's Northern Ireland back there, isn't it?
Is everything all right, eh?
There's kids all running about here. What's going on?
Dad, so obviously you said Forshaw, but is that what you expect and what you want as a CDM?
No, I went Cock as my CDM.
That's
Sorry.
where I was going.
Do you know what? I like it's not what I want. No, I would probably put Forshaw there if it was me. But at the same time, I always feel like a bit of an idiot questioning Bielsa. So I'll go with Cock at CDM. And I don't think he's done that bad.
No, he hasn't even done that bad. I remember
right.
we're all like, no, we don't want to play Cock CDM. But then, like, I think it was against West Ham. He actually did quite well. He had a decent game.
Well,
he was getting better up until the last couple of games there.
Dad, forgive me for asking your 15-year-old son this, but lad, where are you going to put your cock tomorrow?
Yeah.
Told you it was coming to you.
In the whole CDM.
So Greenwood got arrested for less. I'm just saying.
Cock CDM. I just don't see. I don't know why it'd be different, especially like looking from a Bielsa point of view. I don't know why it'd be different.
No, he's not going to change. I mean, I agree with all of you. I would very much like to see Adam Forshaw start. And let's be honest, we haven't moved on to the 4 in midfield. But like Scott has already insinuated, probably will just be an unchanged lineup, as depressing as that is. Look, Adam Forshaw was what was missing last week at Everton. If Robin Koch starts at CDM, I still see there being a place in midfield for Adam Forshaw regardless. And I think, Dan, I expect you to say something similar, because I noticed you said something about Matthias 𝐾𝐿. But I'll come back along the line from where I've come. What's your 4 in front of the cock in the hole, if you will, lad? What's your 4? Who's on your wings and who's in your midfield?
So the 2 in front of him, I've gone for Forshaw and Rodrigo. I think them two definitely should. So like Rodrigo had a very good game against Everton. Like those 2 shots were brilliant, and everything positive was coming from him.
Yeah.
And then Forshaw, I mean, of course, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? And then although he's been on a bad run of form, Rafinha, you have to start him, because you just never know when, because he'll just come back at some point and start like firing in goals. And then Harrison on the left, I think.
Yeah. Dad, what about your 4 there?
Yeah, not far off at all. In fact, I think that's identical. Forshaw and Rodrigo, Raf and Harrison.
Yeah, I agree. I think the balance, when you think about it, between Matthias 𝐾𝐿 is a very attacking midfielder, and obviously put him and Rodrigo both in midfield with Koch behind them. I think if you actually take 𝐾𝐿 out and put Forshaw next to him while Koch
that's the balance.
It gives you a balance, and obviously the wingers. I am going to disagree, but I'll let Scott go first. Are you going to go with those same 2 centre mids, Scott? Because obviously you put Forshaw further back, didn't you?
Yep, so I had Forshaw CDM, and I had Firpo left back, and
so you want Dallas in midfield?
Dallas and 𝐾𝐿.
Okay, and you're going to play.
I'd be going for.
Well, since we're here anyway, is that because you're putting Rodrigo up front?
Exactly.
Right.
And I'd be having Rafinha on the right and James on the left.
Yes. Oh,
because Harrison's back to that. Harrison's brilliant at building up and making it all look like something's going to happen, but he's back to that thing that he used to do in the Championship where he passes it when he should shoot, or he tries to take on a player when he's got 3 options clear as day, like the pass. And I think he just needs to take a wee step back, like it happened before. He was dropped down to the bench, and whenever he came back on, starting again, he was getting it right. And I think for me, that their dynamic, I think the sort of the 3 in the middle, that triangle of what would there's my triangle. Holy shit. Dallas, Forshaw, and Klitsch, I think is perfect because you know what? Very much like the way our triangle of wingers up top have been, I do believe that the chemistry and the way that Dallas, Forshaw, and Klitsch play, them 3 are very interchangeable and they could change what point of the triangle they're on. I sound like I'm talking trigonometry or something.
No, mate, I'm with you. I very much agree. I'll be honest.
That's what would work for me. But
from last week, when we did the watch along, I said to you the whole way through, the one person that if anyone needs dropping, and I'm with you very much on the Llorente thing, but if one person on one individual performance needs dropping from last week, I'm sorry, Jack Harrison was terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it all on him.
I wouldn't have gone with Harrison.
I
wouldn't have put Harrison in my lineup, but I think
he scored a hat-trick not so long ago.
I don't care. If one person is getting dropped for me, and I do want to see that midfield with Forshaw in it.
Bielsa won't drop him though. That's the thing. He's not. He won't drop Harrison. That's the problem. Because that's only because he's going to persist with Dan James up front, and that's where I'm going to come to you guys. Are you both doing the same?
I'm going back. Yeah. Well, I've approached this completely wrong. I think because I've done it. I'm predicting Bielsa. I didn't even think.
That's what I've done.
No, it's a bit of both. You can tell us what you.
Bielsa's going to play the same thing that's been getting played for weeks. So nothing's going to change there. Yeah, if anything, he might put Rodrigo up front and start Roberts. You know, I'm just saying that for a reaction, but anything can happen. But I personally don't think Bielsa's going to change anything tomorrow.
No, I must admit, I think it will be the dreaded unchanged lineup. I think if there is one change, I think it's Adam Forshaw coming in for Mateus.
I see the tweet unchanged.
I think Firpo walks in that team.
Maybe Firpo, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's unchanged completely. Dallas maybe even at left back with Forshaw coming in for Mateus 𝐘𝐿.
But isn't it nice though that there's actually options that we can actually sit here and discuss? Well, do you know what?
Yeah,
Bielsa has options again. We're just missing that spine of Bamford, Phillips, and Cooper. That spine is what we have been lacking.
Did you see also the training video that they put out? I think it was earlier today. Obviously, I already mentioned Charlie Cresswell's on there. Scott. Crescencio Somerville is with the squad once again. Very, very interesting how that's changed so quickly in the way he reacted to Drama and the way he's reacted to Somerville. I saw obviously Joe Donahue, who does Leeds Live. He put something out earlier about how it was a great move in the end for Cody Drama, and he's got minutes, and they all have warmed to him very well. Does anyone want to take any time out to wish Cody Drama well while we're here?
This is where you need to know that end music from the Incredible Hulk TV show in the 70s. The Walking Away theme tune needs to be played there.
I enjoyed that you were all on the same train as me then. Yeah, I enjoyed that. So I will get to how do we think the game is going to go? That's the next question I have for all of you.
Striker up front. Who's going up front? Dan James.
Me personally.
You're not, are you? You're going Rodrigo, aren't you?
Yeah.
I would, in all honesty, start Rodrigo up front and have Joe Gelhardt off the bench on an hour, regardless of what the result is.
Oh, yeah.
If you are going to take somebody off, if Rodrigo's playing well, now that we can see he can do a job as 10, drop him back to a 10. But for me, Firpo, if he's fit, starts at left back. I don't think that will happen. I think Stuart Dallas, regardless of whether he's got an arm hanging off, will start regardless. Firpo obviously hasn't played any minutes anywhere else, so I think he'll come on off the bench if he's going to play. But Dallas, I would like to see, like Scott said, the midfield of Dallas, 𝐘𝐿 and Forshaw. I think that would be nice, but I think if there is one change to be made, I think 𝐘𝐿 will be the one that comes out.
Why not Dallas? Why not Dallas, Forshaw, Rodrigo? That's nice.
That would be good.
That's nice.
It's just not what I expect. You know what Bielsa's like with his square pegs and round holes? That, to me, sounds too perfect. And I don't expect perfect. I just expect, like, oh, it's fine. James Chapman's going to go at left wing. Like, I do the same as you were saying before about second guessing how to go about this lineup thing. Do I say what I expect, or do I say what Bielsa's going to do? And you sort of get caught somewhere in the middle where you're trying to guess what Bielsa's going to do, and out of the numerous options that are going around that mental man's head, you pick the one that sounds the nicest to you, but you don't fully like it anyway. Realistically, whatever he puts out at 1 o'clock tomorrow, when I can't get connection in Billy's bar and I'm trying desperately to see what the team is, I'll look at it and go, we're fucked. It doesn't matter.
Messages.
That always happens to me in the queue for that really crap bar. In the Peacock, where there's only 2 people on at the back. The Koya. Yeah. I always seem to get the team news. I can never get it. But Lad's phone always does.
I've never managed to get it in Billy's. Never once. Yeah. I rely on someone screenshotting and sending me on WhatsApp because I just can't get it at all. So, Scotty, I'm going to come to you first. Obviously, you're going to be. I'll do a little plug. I'll let you do the plug too. But you're going to be doing the watch along here on All Leeds TV tomorrow. Going live, I'm assuming about 1:30.
Apparently so, yes.
Whatever time.
Can we just point out, we've had several comments this week about the live watch-alongs, and I just want to put everyone's mind at ease. Whilst I've got you here now, Phil,
yeah,
you are permanently banned.
I didn't want to fucking do it in the first place.
Watch-alongs. You're not allowed on them. Twice. I had to nip out last week, Lad and Dad, because I was doing a birthday party as the Easter Bunny. And I had to nip out, and I missed. I missed the first, pretty much half hour.
Yeah, we were 2-0 down when you got
just after I left. Dallas went off injured, and then by the time I got to the party, we were getting beat 2-0.
Yeah.
By the time I got back, I was just asking, "What did you two do?"
Yeah. Me and Ellie have done 2 watch-alongs this season. Guess which one the other one was? Fucking 7-0.
City.
7-0.
Yeah.
Never again. Yeah. And I'm going live. I try and fucking entertain a baby at the same time while I'm sat there crying. It's not easy, you know.
Yeah, we'll be going live. We'll be going live about 1:30. Just the usual. Just
where you watching from?
What?
Where you watching from?
Ireland.
Tomorrow. I'm probably going to get prepared to teleport back to the North Pole.
Oh, nice.
And we'll just go from there. We can I've got a button here, and it'll just take me straight to whatever country it'll take me to. That's how I deliver my presents at Christmas.
It's a roulette. It's a roulette.
Yeah. So chances are I'm probably going to be in China again. I think I'm probably going to end up in China. I like their commentary team. It's very, very good. So yeah, I'll go there, watch it there, but just can join in and listen to me also if you want. 1:30. Bring your own booze. If you're a snowflake, please don't press play. Don't watch it. I do tend to get offensive. I apologize to fucking no one.
Good. Especially not tomorrow, mate. You ain't apologizing for nothing.
We all know what I do is see if you get offended and you go into the comments during the live watch along and decide to be a troll because you're offended by something I say. We've got this lovely wee banned button.
Yeah.
Because we're not here for snowflakes, we're here for Leeds.
After last week, I have learned you don't need to worry about snowflakes. I watched Chris and Tash's post match, and Tash was dropping C-bombs. And I was that's the only word I've avoided while I've been on it.
I mean, it was too early to be saying Christmas.
Tash and the gang have got absolute. I'm never worried about saying the wrong thing because those guys take it. Those guys take it to the edge and jump off like Thelma and Louise.
Mate, I've got us demonetized before for threatening to bomb London.
Go ahead there.
I think we lost.
You call me Irish?
Yeah, mate. I think we'd lost to West Ham, and I threatened to bomb London, and I pretended to ring Osama bin Laden. It didn't go well at all. Joe Wayman was not impressed whatsoever. But Scott, so how do you expect the game to go tomorrow? Like, are you expecting to have a really torrid time in that watch along?
I think it's probably going to be the most fun anyone could have, having razor blades shoved up their backside. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be brutal. But
are they lubed up, or are they just going straight in raw?
Like tied to a string and then just
pull back out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like a magic trick.
A bloody one.
I think it's actually gonna be fun. I do. I honestly think this is gonna be. I swear to God, I better not jinx this, touch wood. I think Leeds are going to absolutely shithouse the scum tomorrow.
I hope so.
I do. You think about it. Think about how big and important this game is. And you know what? Yeah, there's some scum fake plastic tourists from New Zealand or something commenting saying, oh, it's your cup final. Right? Well, if you understood the rivalry, you would know, yes, this is a fucking cup final. This is the Roses Derby. This is Leeds getting to see them scumbags from Lancashire at Elland Road with us in it for the first time in like nearly 2 decades. And people think we're not going to treat this like a cup final. Yeah. Them players better come out tomorrow treating this like it's the fucking Champions League Cup final.
The problem is the kids from Manchester.
Volatile.
The kids from Manchester don't know it. No. As a rivalry.
I have to tell them.
Yeah, he his team of under 16s, like Leeds has only existed in the last 2 years to them. That's how it is. Like, they don't know. And they're the kids who are going, oh, this is your cup final and all that. Their dads are they're ready to go.
It was the dad's cup final too, mate.
Yeah.
No,
Lad and dad.
All these hardcore Man United ultras showing up tomorrow with their half and half scarves and their burgundy friggin' checkered scarves.
We Selfridges bags.
They're going to get absolutely cream crackered. Is what they're going to get. They're going to get scalped like a red-headed stepchild. That's what's going to happen. Boom!
Can I just confirm, Scott?
Let's get into them tomorrow.
You do have a red-headed stepchild, right?
No, we died as her, Brian.
Okay, good. Lad and Dad, how do you see the game going tomorrow? Don't throw your predictions in yet. That's the next question. How do you see the game going?
I would love a shit house. Like Meslier in the 5th minute catches the ball and goes to the ground with it. That'd be brilliant. But yeah, I just hope we like go to battle. Just like I want a strong challenge in the first minute.
Yeah, a Berardi style challenge.
Oh yeah, like studs up into the shins.
No,
get sent off.
Calm down. You don't want that. You don't want that. Honestly,
yes.
I've been there. We're all getting carried away. We do not want that.
Who is
10 men in.
There's one person here that's live on a show with his son that is trying to pretend that at 2:00 tomorrow he's not shouting, "Get into him!"
Absolutely. But at the same time, that's not what should happen. That's
like when Ronaldo gets on the ball, kill him.
It should not.
Kill him.
You can tell who's not on a show with their kids, can't you?
It will be. No, but it's not. It's not even that. It's just if we lose our heads like that on the pitch, we're going to get destroyed.
No, we don't lose our heads. We're just very aggressive.
No, but we'll get destroyed. Yeah, exactly. That's fine. I'm all right for that. But I don't want, Berardi, as much as we all love him, was an absolute nutcase and a liability. It was lovely, but
ready to go sent off against Derby.
Well, this is it. Exactly. That's my whole point, right?
Yeah.
You know? Amoni's into that.
I do. I want everyone to be going to bed and I think, do you know what? We might get tanked in the morning, but we're gonna fucking have a go at them. Get stuck into them.
Let's have a go.
Get into them. That's what I want to see.
No, just get into
them.
Play Bielsa ball them. That's what I want to see. I want to see Bielsa ball back.
Yes.
Leave them on a challenge.
Yeah, I must admit, guys, I'm like I said at the start of the show, and like I have got what I wanted out of this in that you have brought me round to think maybe we're not just going to get tonked 6-0. But
we are. We are going to get stuffed. We're going
to get destroyed. Who cares?
What I want, and I have a very small list of demands. Like at the very least, don't concede any more than 2 goals. If we're going to lose, it's 2 goals max. We don't concede 3, 4, 5, 6. No. My next demand, those 2 goals cannot come from anyone Portuguese.
No.
Not one that does that or one that's just a general dick. I'm not having either of them 2 scoring.
Oh, then, Tom Fred.
Yeah. I'd
rather them than Ronaldo.
And then my only other request, first of all, I want to see a goal, but I also want to see that goal be us go 1-0 up.
Yeah,
and
score first. Carnage.
And I don't want it to be like Luke Ayling at Old Trafford where, fucking hell, we've scored. Oh,
yeah.
It's
stop celebrating me losing 4-1.
That was such a great 40 seconds on. That 40 seconds was so good. That's like my favourite moment of the season.
I want that 40 seconds to be 40 minutes. And let me have 40 minutes of just enjoying my life.
Yeah.
And then if you want to come out in the second half and nick a draw or scrape a Man United style shithouse win, just let me have my moment of 1 goal. Because like tomorrow, I'm expecting an atmosphere that I can remember the atmospheres from the Man United games back in the day where there was a Roy Keane on the pitch, and it wasn't nice. It was intimidating, and I was only a kid at the time. But the most intimidating atmosphere I felt at Ellen Road was actually a playoff semi-final that we lost against Millwall. And that was, I was walking along Ellen Road to get into the stadium with my grandma at the time, and she's there with a walker, pushing a fucking walker along Ellen Road. And there's Millwall fans throwing bricks out of the bus windows at me and my grandma. I'm about fucking 14, shitting myself. My grandma's like, well, I can't go any quicker. And like in the stadium, like there was pints getting thrown, and the away fans at that point were still in the cheese wedge. And there was shit getting thrown from the East Upper into the cheese wedge and back. And it was just fucking mental. The atmosphere, like Billy Bremner's statue after the game was like fucking where he's from. Mr. I've got my hand up. It was like fucking IRA shit. Yeah. I'm expecting that tomorrow, and I want that. Come on, here he is.
I just have one question about the Millwall thing. See, when was that the same year that they got voted by the FA as the most family-friendly club to go to?
No, it wasn't.
Was that the same year?
A couple of years ago. That was very recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was recently.
Imagine Millwall being deemed family-friendly.
Yeah.
He's gone.
I didn't realise he cared much about Millwall.
I know, he got so disgusted with himself that he's had to go and take a nap there. He's
hey, bloody hell.
Wasn't me.
I was just wiping something off my laptop there. It was wiped.
We don't want to know.
You did get a bit riled. What's the matter? Let
me have my moment. Give me my goal, and then do whatever else. Like it's fine. So come on, I'll go to your score predictions, and this is obviously coming out to everyone that's watching as well. We've got nearly 150 watching live with us at the minute. Let us know in the comments what your.
I never realised how many. I thought it'd be like 2. Only because
we've had upwards of 160. It's very good. So let us know. Let us know the score predictions that you've all got for tomorrow. Ideally, positive ones, please. And like Justin has said, yes, smash the like. I will do my Oscar impression at the end. But lad, I'm going to come to you first. You're the young one with optimism and hope and a life before him, and you're going to see lots of shit Leeds games, but you know this one is the one, and you've got hope in your heart. And what are you gonna? You're gonna put this score out there, and you're gonna lay down and protect it with your life. What's that score gonna be, lad?
All right, it's gonna be 1-0, 90th minute. Dan James, come on, Leeds!
Hey! And Dad, what are you going for tomorrow?
Genuinely, like I said at the top of the show, if I use my head, we're getting absolutely smashed tomorrow. But I have got an amazing fantasy, and this is what I'm going to nail it down to. Okay, we're going to go 1-0 down. Then Dan James is going to score one. Then Dan James is going to score another. And then because I've totally said how crap he is, Llorente will make it 3-1. Yes! 3-1 Leeds! Come on! Come on!
Cups is this to the United fans. Like,
right, Scotty, what are you going, mate?
All week long it's been we're going to get tanked, and exactly what Dad said there. In my head, common sense, and normality, and sensibleness is saying we're going to get stuffed again. But my passion, Leeds deludedness inside me is going. Scum are going to come out, guns blazing. Pinaldo's going to miss a penalty and then fake an injury and go off within 10 minutes. Just like listen, I called this back when Portugal won the Euros. I said if he doesn't get a goal within the first 13 minutes, he's going to cry off with an injury, and he did. And I got pelters from thousands of Portuguese fans. So that's what's going to happen. He's gonna be shit, and then he's going to cry off an injury, and then from that moment, Leeds are going to go, oh shit, we can do this. We can do this. And Adam Forshaw is going to knock the ball up the pitch to Rafinha. Rafinha's going to cross it in, and Rodrigo's going to head one in. Yeah! And we're going to win 1-0, and we are going to hold that lead from the 15th minute.
It's going to be a Manchester City job again last season. 1-0 up and hold on to it. And then go 1-1 and 2-1. Oh, my.
Right, come on, Phil. Talk us through the fantasy, Phil.
Mate, so I did have a dream the other night, and you've all already said it. It's the 97th minute, the 7th minute of 4 minutes of stoppage time, and Dan James is one-on-one with Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire goes full Harry Maguire and just fucking lays down. You know when Lionel Messi put Jerome Boateng on his arse against Bayern in the Champions League? Dan James just sits Harry Maguire down, and I'm in the cheese wedge, so we're attacking the south stand in my vision in the second half. And Dan James, and obviously the Scum fans are on the other side, so I'm torn as to whether I want him to run towards me or whether I want him to run towards them.
Towards you, Phil. It's all about you, brother.
So he's fine. It's about me. Fuck him. So he's gone through Harry Maguire.
He comes to me.
He's going to knock it round David De Gea, and he's going to bend down with his head.
What corner does he put it in first? What corner?
Mate, he's going straight down the middle. He's going to get to the middle. Yeah, he's going straight to the line. There's no one anywhere near him because he's fucking blitzed them, and he's going to lay down and just head the ball in like a golf putt.
Oh, Limbs! Yeah.
So, I mean,
great.
Realistically, one thing I would also love to see, 60 minutes and Tyler Roberts does come on. 90 minutes and the score, like Game of Guy,
scores.
It's 1-1 in the 90th minute, and Tyler Roberts steps up and scores for fucking 30 yards.
I'd love it.
It changes everything.
Oh my God.
Tyler Roberts scores a winning goal tomorrow. No one will hit on him.
Gamble responsibly, but I'm putting a bet on that right now because, like, seriously, if we don't put a bet on that right now, we're going to be devastated.
Yeah.
You come up with that.
Ethan, you are 100% right, mate. In my dream, Dan James runs over to the Scum fans and celebrates in front of them, and then we all go on the pitch and do it too.
Oh, pitch invasion!
Yeah, fuck 'em. I don't
Take your season tickets.
I'd love a pitch. Selfishly, I'd love a pitch invasion because then I might be able to get a season ticket after everyone got banned from going on. It's like you'd have to one of them for so long. It'd be great. Everybody pitch it. Everyone at the game tomorrow, pitch invade.
When Tyler Roberts scores 30 yards
just
out.
hand in your season tickets so we can get in for the next season.
Yeah. As Liam's saying here, and I'm hoping Liam G, Liam Gallagher?
Yeah, Liam Gallagher's a big fan of all Leeds TV.
I mean, we have Victor Orta on regularly, you know. He's always in the comments.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, this is a game that, I mean, we've got a couple of minutes left. I'm going to see us out in a minute, but this is a game that can make someone like Tyler Roberts, or anyone for that matter, a Leeds United legend. I mean, don't get me wrong, the last person that scored a winning goal against Scum is hardly a Leeds legend. It's 𝐼𝐈𝐄. We all fucking hate him. But we've spoken during this show about Beckford at the Stretford end, about Tony Yeboah on Christmas Eve. I think we spoke about that before we went live, actually. But fucking David Weatherall, the names that come out. I mean, I was writing the article to preview this game, and the player that scored the most goals in this fixture, Mick Jones. I mean, lad won't even know who Mick Jones is. I must admit, I never got to see Mick Jones play because it's long before my time. But like, this fixture makes heroes of people, and we have got a very decorated history between us. Like Scott said, War of the Roses. This isn't just any football match. If you are watching and have been watching the whole way through, thank you for staying with us. I implore you, go and watch Take Us Home 2 tonight, like I'm going to do. Feel free to watch Match of the Day.
Do you want to win? Do you want to win? Do you want to win? Is especially if you want to get riled up for Scum. And LUFC Lewis has got a great Scum versus. No way, Victor Osby listening.
I told you, mate. He's always with us.
Love it.
He's always here.
Right, let's go watch the boxing, lads. Come on.
Yeah. So obviously, if you are
going to have sex with my wife, see you later.
You're not having sex with your wife.
I mean,
oh, hey, this is
Jesus. Where are you going?
Got it out.
Are we still live?
Oh my word! You forgot to turn the camera off.
You had me worried then, Scott. I wasn't sure where the fuck you were going for.
Like, we're still live.
You just want to get us demonetized that bad?
What's that?
So before we do go, I want to say a massive thank you again, as always, to Lad and Dad for joining us. It is always a pleasure to have the pair of you. I would happily have you on week in, week out, but obviously I know I can't get my wish, so I will keep pestering. But as you can see by the views we've got tonight, and obviously everyone is excited for this game, but you two, brilliant to have you.
I love you all. It's the Leeds fan universe. Boom. The best.
Bring back the pod. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Scott,
my wife wants to know where you are in the mornings.
Mate, fucking have a word. I've tried. He won't listen to me.
And I love him as well. I love you as well, Scott. You know.
Of course.
I was so forced.
Sorry.
A big thank you to you, mate, as well for everything you do for the channel, and obviously thank you for sacrificing your time tomorrow to do this watch along. Obviously, if it goes badly, I know how that feels. If it goes well, I hope you enjoy it like Oscar enjoyed City away last season.
I have a sneaky feeling my laptop could get smashed if we score a goal and win this, because
good telly though.
Mate, good content, mate. It's all the same.
Good telly that, mate. Shall we go out to? Shall we end this to Scotty's making love music? What a great way to end.
I mean, have you got marching on together? I mean,
I haven't got marching on. I've got a Club Tropicana, which is always good, isn't it?
Podcast outro does.
I mean, I mean, realistically, I would have just taken a Leeds song. But before you do that, anyway, let me just say thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already, do smash the like and subscribe to the channel. If you do get us to 30,000, we will release Oscar from his trapdoor basement in Dorset or wherever the fuck we put him. And obviously,
we'll give him his next meal.
Yeah,
be afraid.
Yeah, and obviously, plenty of content to come over the weekend. There will be obviously a live watch along with Scott. There will be plenty of post-match content. Don't you worry about that. We will be back with the player ratings, and obviously, big week ahead. So, wherever you're watching the game tomorrow, everybody, enjoy the game. If you go into the stadium, we will be in Billy's bar beforehand, as always. You know where we are.
Stop begging for drinks.
Has been kidnapped again. Don't you worry, Ethan. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys. We're gonna see us out with whatever music Dad has lined up. But Victor wants
Scotty's making love music. Why would we leave with anything else? Here we go.
Smash that like, guys. Don't forget to smash the like, guys.